Test, test, test. All right, can you guys hear me? Trying again to make this work. Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me finally? Hopefully. Hello, hello. Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me now? Trying to make sure that this is working, and see if yes, finally. Thank you, Shay. Oh my gosh, so difficult to get all these systems running and working together. But I'm so glad that you guys can finally hear me, and trying so hard to get back online. But yeah, it's a great time. Thank you so much for taking all the patience of us trying to come on in and kind of join in. So we are listening to the B-52s around the world. So a great afternoon here in Dallas, Texas. So let's go all the way down to our offices, and kind of have some fun with some music, have some fun with the rest of everything that is moving through. And let's go down to Dallas, Texas. Here we go. And let me make sure that we get a good look at our offices. And let me turn down a little bit and just going to be playing in the background some of the music. And let's go back. So yeah, here we go. Dallas, Texas. Here are our offices in New Mind, and we're going all the way down to the main entrance where we start always our journey. And we start our journey on the front door of our offices in Plano, and you'll be able to see again our our basketball court, which is just down the street, and our offices here in Dallas, Texas. So from now, we're going to fly out from Dallas and kind of just move up. And today we're go to Machu Picchu in Peru. So let me just kind of zoom out from where we are, and to get a good look of the United States as we kind of fly out. Yeah, as we fly out. Here's Grand Prairie. Here is Plano. All Plano as we start moving and kind of holding a holding pattern here in our area. So as you can see, here is 75. Here are offices, and here is how all the rest. You can see some of the rest in the Greek Park, as well as some of the shops and places that we have pretty much around. So an incredible place here, and we will keep moving straight out from where we are, and we'll start heading out to Machu Picchu in Peru. So we are going to go and kind of take a look around Machu Picchu, and as you can see all the rest of the world, here we are kind of looking. And we are going to stop right there, and right before we climb all the way to the to Peru, I want you to look at the this whole area. The right in Peru, the Andes, and you can see several places right over here, Aguascalientes and Machu Picchu. As you can see, all the mountain range that we have from this whole section. So as you can see, an incredible place that we have, very mountainous, and you can see on the top peaks we have snow, obviously, because it's very, very high. And we're going to travel through this whole area, here in Peru. So I'm going to pan out and show you, where we are, and we will show you that all the area of the Inca Trail. And here we go. So there's Peru. Peru is actually in South America, and you can see how far away we are. So this is there's some of the rest of the neighboring countries from Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador. Way up there is Panama, and you can see where we are. So let me just turn the globe a little bit, and so we can show you where Peru is and where we are at. So Peru's right here, and you can see Mexico way up there. And I'm going to zoom out, and there it is, the United States, and here's Texas. And we're going to be flying down to this section, and right in Peru. So we're going to kind of walk in, and then we're going to go to one of the 7 wonders of the world, which is Machu Picchu. So Machu Picchu is called the hidden Inca city. So we'll go to Machu Picchu. So Machu Picchu in Peru, and we are going to go and fly all the way down, and we'll go to this incredible place, as you can see, way up in the mountains. So it's this is Machu Picchu. You can ride all the way through the Andes and hike what is called the Inca Trail to explore the hidden city of the Incas. So you see that there's explorers. We can explore temples. We can go look through the terraces, and we're going to look all the way through this incredible, hidden city. Very Indiana Jones type of place. So we're going to kind of move forward and go the first first area, which is the historic sanctuary of Machu Picchu, and we're going to fly, and here we go. Here it is. Looking from way up as you walk in, and you can see all the mountains, all the mountain range. Machu Picchu was declared a Peruvian historical sanctuary in 1981, and was also voted one of the new 7 wonders of the world, which is just an incredible element, an incredible feat that happens. So absolutely one of the things which is incredible. Yeah, Ben. So thank you, Hexa Co-working and Innovation. That was where we actually started from, and we flew all across, and we are now in Machu Picchu, one of these sanctuary areas here. And as you can see, there's all sorts of ruins, and the city was actually abandoned as the Incas left. So it stands 2,400 meters above the sea level. So it's in the middle of this tropical rainforest, and it's an extraordinary sight. So this is what defines the height of the Inca Empire, with all the terraces and all these areas that were built in order to actually provide and be homage to the sun. So we'll walk right through, and so this is the full overview right in the middle of the Andes, and we're sitting in one of the terraces, looking around this incredible mountain range. And believe it or not, you have to actually acclimate to this height. So you really have to, when you get to Peru, and as you start climbing higher and higher, because the air doesn't have as much oxygen, you have to acclimate your body. So it's kind of more difficult to walk. So it's definitely one of the places in which the incredible workout to actually move and go out. So as you can see, all the tourists taking incredible photos from this hidden city here in Machu Picchu. One of the places which is really interesting is the trail. So as you can see, the Inca Trail that forms as it starts to walk up the city, but you can look at all the sections, and as you look back, how the trail comes from the jungle. So all have to traverse all through to kind of walk up. And then, you see the buildings and the areas. And then this Inca trail runs, and it becomes right through, as it's located along the site was used to, all these mesas and these areas were used as agricultural settlements. So all these places were used to grow crops. But one of the interesting points was how they built them. See all these great mesas here, and that's how they formed and kind of grew their crops. So as you can see, all the Itapa area in here through the Inca Trail. So an amazing, amazing place as you look, all over. One of the scariest things to do is go through the Inca Bridge. It's part of the mountain trail, as you can see, but if I look at the side, right at the side of the mountain, and you can see the right here, all the bridge as the Incas would climb up and then go up to Machu Picchu. You see that some of the gates that have been built for tourists, but this in particular shows you, how perilous and how high we actually are. We're high in the Andes, and we are looking through and see how the bridge is as it walks right through, and then you have handrails and holds on this area. So incredible place. Mr. Walter, this is Allison. Thank you for sharing your wealth of knowledge with us. It's fascinating to hear you. Thank you so much, Allison. It is one of my passions is actually walking and going around, and I am glad that you are able to be here. So I want to hear if anybody here, just like Ben says, is anybody here from Peru? Does anybody can chime in? Has anybody walked this trail? Have you seen this incredible area that kind of brings right by, and how perilous? Have you walked the trail, and have you gone all the way up? So yes, thank you. So Jonathan, yes, all of us, I think Jonathan, there's one of these great places. So yes, the Machu Picchu is one of the seven wonders of the world, and definitely a place to go and a place to visit. So my objective with this is making sure that we get a chance to see them firsthand with our great technology with Google Earth as we pan around and look how the Inca Bridge just moves right through. So as we move back from the Inca Bridge, we'll go to the Sun Gate. The Sun Gate is an area, it's an entrance here in Machu Picchu, and it's south that it goes to Cusco. So if you remember the Disney movie, so this is set in Peru, and here we can have a bird's eye view of the Sun Gate right in Machu Picchu. This stands even higher, 2,745 meters above sea level. So it is an incredible area that has been protected by, it was used as the gate of entrance and protected by the Inca military to be able to see the entrance to the city. So as you can see, the Sun Gate as stands right in the middle, and we'll talk about the rock formations as well. How these incredible rock formations were built and done. And as you can see, it provides us with an incredible area of the engineering that was done on that time. And you see how incredibly intricate and how the stones were cut. And there's actually a great reason for it. Machu Picchu and this area is it has all sorts of earth movements and earthquakes, and therefore when it shakes, the whole structures kind of shimmy together, but makes them stronger as they kind of just get back into place. So so incredible feat of engineering as we are sitting here taking a picture from the Sun Gate here in Machu Picchu in Peru. So, believe it or not, the Incas were they were astronomers as well, and they actually built the astronomical observatory. So this observatory kind of just has all sorts of great stones that are arranged and to point directly in the sun. So in the winter solstice, you'll be able to see how those are aligned. And the Incas believed that the stone held the sun in its place in an annual path in the sky, so they would track the sun as it moved across the sky from this observatory. So an incredible place, how right here in Machu Picchu, and so they would have just at the edge of the city, they would have a great observatory, and with the Intihuatana stone, which you can see here, which is an elaborate stone to track the movement of the sun during the winter solstice. So an amazing area, an amazing place to actually look, take pictures, and you can see the mountain range from the right and from the left as we see and move over and kind of watch that. So Mr. Adam says that I'm a great speaker, storyteller. Truly amazing. So thank you, Adam. Mr. Adam and I, we are both dungeon masters. So we definitely love storytelling. We love to get engaged. And at the end, make sure that you see his program that we have through New Minds Enrichment. About Dungeonverse. So, if you want to join in and have fun, definitely something to check out. So we will kind of keep moving, and we are moving right through. And we are going to keep on going through the next step here from the observatory, and we're going to move through the 3 doorways here in Machu Picchu, which is kind of very interesting. And as you can see, the doorways are not shaped the same way. You can see how they're shaped just in an angle. And definitely the group of 3 doors is a large kind of architectural complex, and it consists of the 3 canchas, a triangular enclosure with all these 3 doors that are placed symmetrically from one side, so from the right and the left. It's the symmetry, as you can see, was very important, and specifically, I want you to notice, the headstones on top of the doorways. So again, an incredible work how the 2 headstones are done, and you can see how they build not only with big rocks, little rocks, and extend just kind of to stand the test of time as we kind of look and through. And Mr. Adam, wouldn't it be great, to actually do some adventuring here, some characters and some of the development as we explore this Indiana Jones looking Machu Picchu in the group of the 3 doorways here in the height of the world. So the doors now, these doors as we walk through, they lead to the main square, which we're going to go next. So we're going to be moving next from the square to the main square here in Machu Picchu. The main square, or the main plaza here in Machu Picchu, is the symbol of one of the most important places, for hosting more far-reaching sacred celebrations of the Incas. So this is where they would have all sorts of celebrations. And believe it or not, there was actually, the plaza was also used for some sort of sports. And so the sports that were used were in order to entertain. And as you can see on all these areas, they were also actually designed as well to host and be able to have a spectator area, kind of like a big arena as well. It was an ideal location to accommodate a mass religious and social ceremonies, and the area around the plaza is surrounded by a rocky structure that you can see accommodates all sorts of different terraces, so you can appreciate the view of how immense and how important that is, as well as the all the rest of the areas and all the rest of the plazas. So they built this and still stands the test of time. So just today, we're actually having Google Earth 2020 taking pictures, and we're seeing how this incredible location is done. So, all right, Jonathan and Adam. So, thank you. That'd be a lot of fun to actually. So it's a great great place to be, a fun place to kind of run our adventures as we start creating and looking at these worlds. We will keep on moving from the main square, and we'll go to the Temple of the Three Windows. Again, the geometrical in craftsmanship, it's amazing. As you can see how these were completely done in order to make sure that the structure stood, even the earthquakes or even through time. So it is an amazing, because the Temple of the Windows is one of the foundations with the longest history of the sacred lost city of Machu Picchu. According to the natives, the indigenous folklore, the city was built upon the purpose to hide the Inca civilizations from the Spanish conquistadors. And this location was without a doubt one of the ideal, shelter. So as you can see, and maybe you can see way back there, it takes the viewpoint of everybody that's coming in or going into the main plaza. So the windows would have, and you see some of them are closed and some of them are open, but yes, the three windows sit on top of Machu Picchu, and they provide this great view. But I'm still mesmerized by how they were able to do and how they were able to cut all these amazing stones into place. So see this one in particular, how it was just kind of shaped, and then all the stones around it were shaped as well. And if you see to the right, incredible how each area, here's one stone and it was carved and they kept on carving. So we have this round area, as well as perfectly symmetrical and horizontal and vertical lines. So incredible areas of workmanship here in the Temple with Three Windows in Machu Picchu. So let me get back and see some of the rest. So today we are going to use some of this information, and we are going to build some ruins. So we are going to take some of the leftover scraps from yesterday, and again some of the cardboard that we have, and we're going to start cutting them, and we're going to build a small little section of ruins. That way they can build together into this whole area of the city. So let me start now, before we keep on going, to just take a look of how these ruins and how these areas are done. So we'll take a moment to build something close to that, as we'll begin see. So we will take just a standard cardboard, and you can use these from Amazon packages or from the recycling, and even different sections that we cut from yesterday. And I'll use one of these as well. So with scissors, just we'll start cutting just in straight angles and straight angles. That way we have, just like the rocks. So we'll start cutting in straight angles, and again in another straight angle. And then it doesn't matter if you still have the edges, you can cut as well, straight angles and then straight. And you can see how we start building some of these structures already. And finally, take a square chunk of the edges, And as we take square chunks off the edges, just to make it a little bit uneven, we're going to start doing a little bit of coloring with just with a black marker. And just as we will start and just kind of just along the edges, just see if you can see that, just along the edges. And it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be straight. The only thing we're going to do is that we are going to just going to make sure that we highlight the edges. And once we start highlighting the edges, we'll be able to just like the Incas, do straight lines over and then kind of do smaller sections and smaller sections, just like a little section of the rocks. And as you start going straight lines and over, straight lines and over, they don't have to sit perfectly, and they don't have to be, but as you can see, we start building just one side of the temple. So let me finish right here. Let me finish right here. Kind of a quick overview of how just a section of the ruins can be done, and then you can use these, for any board game. You can use them to place your miniatures or any additional. Here we go. So I have finished my initial dungeon or historic site, and now what I'm going to do is just going to place together the back of it, the back edge of it, very simply. And the only thing I have to do is just cut one little piece, so it's just kind of like a standout. And then we got just the back portion, and we're going to tape it right in the back very quickly. So I typically use this blue tape because it's very easy to use. And as we tape it right in the back, we will be able to have it stand on its own. And there he goes. There's the first section. And my trusty miniature that I have very close to me, which is my wizard from Masters of the Dungeonverse. So I will kind of bring him over and to have just a great area so we can come in and explore the ruins of Machu Picchu. So again, you can build as many of these walls and just kind of build a big set. They're easy to carry, they're very lightweight, and the best thing about it is that you can fold them and stack them. That way you'll have a stack of different ruins, and then when you want to play and you want to build this your own, you place them right back, and now again you're able to explore the ruins of Machu Picchu with any one of your characters or any one of your adventurers. Perfect. So we'll keep on moving through, and we will move to the next area. And the next area is a great place to explore, which is the Royal Tomb. So the Royal Tomb in Machu Picchu has a character similar to a building of just the same way the building on the Grand Square, but it's like a mausoleum and it's located just underneath it. Now, one of the interesting points is look at the size of the stone carved directly right into the side of the wall, and see how incredibly all the inside is also carved as well. So amazingly, you see the mixture between natural stone and also the stone that was worked. incredible place, and you see how even they built stairs to go all the way up. So in amazing places such as the royal tomb, and it was also aligned vertically with the tower of the Temple of the Sun, which will go next. So the Temple of the Condor, which is again one of the highest areas that we have, is the Temple of Condor. Is located in the southeast of the urban section of the citadel. You see that is the area in which represents fertility, represents growth, it represents the moves of as the clouds move in and out. So and you see how the clouds move right through. They produce and start creating, and get the land moist, and also get get fertilized the rest of the land. So they would get some of the water and some of the moisture right as the clouds would go in the left and right. So again, an incredible area of the temple right here in the Temple of the Condor. So you can see how, the guided tours kind of move through, and you see how the buildings were also done. Here's a great example of how the roofs were also built, and you see how the logs would be done, and then how the logs would actually go from the rock formations all the way to the other side, and that's what's going to be used to do second floors, and you can see the windows as well. So yeah, they thought of everything, even the angles of how this full area. So yes, sitting here at the Temple of the Condor, we'll move to a few other areas before we go. So here's the Bingham Road, which is leads to Machu Picchu. The road, also known as the highway, is 8.9 kilometers, almost 9 kilometers long, and includes some of the steep sections. But this is what I want you to see. Look at the stonework that was done. So it was actually a paved area of 9 kilometers, kind of leading right through. And you see how close this whole section is and how steep it is. So the Incas would come up and then go around and keep on going up the mountains. So even in this incredible age, and so long ago, you would have all these surfaces of roads with with asphalt and gravel now, but they were stone paved as well. Here we go, incredible views from this area here in Machu Picchu. And finally, right down, so we were way up in the mountains, and now we came down to Machu Picchu village, which is at the end of our journey. Is in Aguas Calientes, which means warm water, and it is a location in Peru, situated in the Cusco region. So the closest access point before you head up to Machu Picchu. So most of the tourists would come in here, and us travelers would come in, and we kind of acclimate in this area, and from then on, kind of just move slowly as we start climbing way into the mountains. So it is a beautiful, beautiful place, as you can see all the rest. So one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we do is that I wanted for you to listen to some of the great music from here from Peru. So I'm going to load up some of the music, and we will keep on hearing it as we start. We'll start a little bit of fun facts about Machu Picchu. Great. So as we finish our tour of Machu Picchu, we will we're here in Aguascalientes. And you can see that even some of the local hotels also have the same structures representing the vast culture of the Incas. So I'm really glad and I'm happy that you guys were here. I'm going to take a few minutes to see what's coming up. So in New Minds TV, this live streaming, we have coming up at 3, the steam train with Mr. Dorian, a great class to have all things hands-on, as well as later this afternoon from the New Me Vault. So we have Mr. Ben will be doing puzzles and brain teasers as well. So join. Yeah, I hope that you join in and be able to come in. And also I wanted to make sure that you guys visit with Mr. Adam every day at 1 in the afternoon. He's doing some great stuff with Masters of the Dungeonverse. I am also one of the Dungeon Masters from New Minds Enrichment. And we really hope that you have enjoyed this great time here moving through the world and getting a chance to see a little bit of Machu Picchu, one of the 7 wonders of the world. And we will, let me finalize with some fun facts that we have. And so now that we're here, right in Aguascalientes, Machu Picchu, like I said, is, sits in 2,400 meters above the sea level. So it's, kind of very high up there. The Inca Empire was one of the largest pre-Columbian American, covering Argentina. It went to Bolivia, it went to Chile and Ecuador. So it is incredible expanse. And one funny fact about here in Machu Picchu is that the llamas are really trying to photobomb your holiday pictures. So if for some reason the llamas have noticed that the pictures, that people do take pictures, and they have realized that yes, they like to photobomb each one, and they actually do smile when you take a picture. So there's a great fact about Machu Picchu, and their fun facts of things that hopefully you enjoy it and enjoy not only seeing these videos but the next videos that are coming up. And hopefully we'll go around the world tomorrow 2 o'clock, and we'll go to a different place, probably here in the United States, or we'll go somewhere in Asia or somewhere in Europe. So stay tuned to make sure that where we're going to go for the next coming up events and coming up areas. So thank you again so much. Please join, like, reply. Everybody's home and everybody is kind of going right through, but that doesn't mean that we can't explore the world. So let's explore the world together through New Minds TV. Let's please send me your recommendations of on where to go. Where would you like to go on next? Would you like to see here in the United States? Would you like to go somewhere else? And we will be having lots of fun creating crafts, painting miniatures, having some online gaming as well, and kind of just move forward as we listen to some of the great music from the Andes and from Machu Picchu. So let's go back to the let's go back to our where we are. So we are now, as you can see, in Aguascalientes, and we're going to kind of zoom out from where we are and go back to our offices in the last few minutes. We'll go back to the offices in Texas, and we will just move away from the Andes as we explore the whole area right down in Peru. We're gonna, so as you can see right here, we are right in South America. So let me turn the globe around. And so we are right up there, and then we will kind of move right here. And as we turn the globe, we were in Peru, in Machu Picchu, and now we're just going to move through and back to our offices here in Dallas, Texas. So we will move back to our offices as we fly back down, and after we're taking a tour, and we'll kind of fly all the way down from a bird's eye view. Here's our offices in Plano, and back to where we started. Back to where we started, right in the front door from here in Plano. And again, there's our trusty basketball court, and we are back here in Dallas on a sunny afternoon after flying through the South America and going to one of the 7 wonders of the world, Machu Picchu. All right, so that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it, and we will be moving tomorrow into in different places of the world. Make sure that you have your crafts handy, since they're all going to tie together, and just kind of like a preview. So we were in Egypt, and now we're using the ruins of Machu Picchu, and we'll be able to do some of the great exploring as we keep on building these sites from around the world into a whole new world here in our offices and our homes in Texas. So have a great rest of the day. My name is Mr. Walter, and I'm going to leave you again with the B-52s around the world. So have some fun.